In a world inundated with information and a constant push for transparency, we find ourselves grappling with an intriguing question. What makes mystery so enticing? Consider for a moment the way a well-crafted novel pulls you in. It's the unseen twists, the characters who reveal themselves slowly, tantalizing us with glimpses of their true selves. Doesn't it make you wonder if the same principle applies to attraction? What if holding back just enough of yourself could plunge someone into a world of curiosity and intrigue? What if holding back just enough of yourself could plunge someone into a world of curiosity and intrigue? Imagine the magnetic pull that radiates from someone who embodies a hint of enigma. This person is like a shimmering ripple on the surface of a calm lake, a reflection of the sun that flickers playfully, drawing your gaze. When you open up gradually, savoring the unfolding of your story, you become a puzzle waiting to be solved. Each revelation acts as a breadcrumb, leading him deeper into your narrative. What if this could lay the groundwork for deeper emotional connections? With that concept in mind, let's ask ourselves, how does the notion of mystery play out in our day-to-day interactions? When was the last time you felt intrigued by someone simply because they didn't reveal everything about themselves all at once? It's that slow burn of curiosity that often ignites desire. It's as if you're drawing him into a delightful game of discovery, where each layer peels back draped in veils of allure. What does it say about the emotional landscape we navigate when we embrace this kind of communication? In relationships, we often rush to present our full selves, anxious to show all our colors. However, there's an art in withholding just enough to leave questions lingering in the air like delicate clouds floating across a summer sky. When we balance our openness with a touch of mystery, we often ignite a spark of wonder within the other person. Have you considered how this interplay might affect the dynamics of your connections? Imagine being the protagonist in your own compelling story, where every interaction leaves him pondering that little extra twinkle in your eye. As we dive deeper into what makes mystery enticing, it becomes evident that weaving it into our interactions is not about playing games or being disingenuous. Rather, it's about honoring the innate curiosity of human nature, ours and others. A little enigma can transform a simple conversation into a torrent of emotional stirrings. This curiosity invites questions. What does he think about my favorite book? What adventure lies behind the stories I choose not to tell? Questions become the threads that pull us together, connecting hearts through the wondrous act of seeking out one another. Moreover, mystery can ignite imagination and create longing, a powerful emotional pull. Alan Watts once mused that life is fundamentally a dance, a rhythm of light and shadow. When you embody a sense of mystery, you invite others to dance with you, navigating the highs and lows of intrigue. Isn't it captivating to think that a touch of enigma can propel you further into the depth of a relationship? The longing created by mystery fosters not just attraction, but also an eagerness to explore one another more deeply. So as you stand at the threshold of your next encounter, ask yourself, how can you weave a little mystery into your interactions? As allowing yourself to be a puzzle, encourage a deeper emotional pursuit. By tapping into this essence, you're offering a remarkable experience, not just for him, but for yourself too. There's beauty in cultivating a sense of wonder, a space where questions bloom like wildflowers in a sunlit meadow. As we reflect on what makes mystery enticing, consider this. Could it be that this delicate dance leads to the foundation of emotional connections that transcend the ordinary? Stay with that thought as we continue exploring the evolving landscape of relationships together. And remember to subscribe to the channel for more reflections on the artistry of connection. The journey has just begun, and who knows what intriguing mysteries lie ahead. As we delve deeper into the complexities of human connection, another compelling question arises. Is vulnerability the new strength? In a society that often equates strength with invulnerability, it may seem counterintuitive to consider our fears and hopes as sources of power. Yet, when we peel back the layers of our pretenses and reveal our true selves, we unlock a profound potential for deeper interactions. Imagine, for a moment, the weight lifted from your shoulders when you share a personal fear or a heartfelt hope. That act of opening up creates a space of safety, not just for you, but for him as well. When you embrace vulnerability, you invite him to let down his guard, like the birds shedding their flight feathers to rest and be vulnerable in their nests. Isn't it beautiful to think that by revealing your imperfections, you pave the way for genuine connection? Vulnerability acts like a bridge, fostering intimacy that transcends mere attraction. Alan Watts often spoke about the importance of authenticity, reminding us that our true nature is intertwined with both light and shadow. Without the acceptance of our imperfections, how can we truly connect with others? Imagine placing your heart on the table, allowing someone to see the raw, unfiltered you. Could this be the key to transforming casual encounters into lasting bonds of trust? As you embark on this journey of sharing your truth, think about the moments when others have revealed their vulnerabilities to you. How did that change your perspective? Did it not bring an added layer of respect and admiration for them? When we share our own pieces of humanity, we create a rich tapestry of mutual understanding, blossoming like flowers in a covert spring. At times, the fear of being vulnerable can feel like standing at the edge of a precipice, peering into the unknown below. Yet, what if you viewed that leap as an opportunity rather than a risk? When you embrace this mindset, you discover that the sheer act of being brave enough to express your true self liberates others to do the same. Vulnerability becomes a conversation, a dance where both partners move closer, step by step, into a rhythm of shared experience. Let's also explore practical ways to cultivate this vulnerability in your interactions. One potent approach is to share personal stories that reveal your values and desires. Think of an experience that shaped you, perhaps a moment of profound joy or a lesson learned through struggle. This narrative can serve as a beacon that attracts him closer, illuminating the path to understanding. As your stories unfold, observe how the emotional landscape shifts. Could this simple act create a shared bond that deepens your connection? Moreover, embrace the beauty of asking him about his own vulnerabilities. This reciprocal sharing allows for a deeper connection, encouraging him to reflect on his own narratives. By doing so, you open the door not only to your truths, but to his, fostering an environment rich in authenticity. Isn't it incredible to think that some of the strongest relationships are built on the quiet foundations of honest communication and mutual support? The act of vulnerability also has a unique way of fostering resilience. When you bare your heart, you cultivate a sense of trust, not just in the other person, but within yourself as well. Embracing your vulnerabilities helps you learn to navigate life's challenges with grace, like a tree bending with the wind instead of breaking in the storm. This resilience then becomes an attractive quality, drawing others in and creating a magnetic force that encourages deeper connections. As we ponder the power of vulnerability, consider how this quality sits at the heart of our shared human experience. Can we acknowledge that embracing our true selves, warts and all, forms an essential layer of intimacy? Each brave reveal invites others into a space where true understanding can blossom. So, as you continue your journey of connection, allow vulnerability to guide your interactions. Remember, it's not just about sharing, it's about creating an environment where both of you can flourish. And as we move forward, let's celebrate the strength that permeates true vulnerability. Don't forget to subscribe and join our evolving conversation about deepening connections, because there's so much more to explore within this beautiful tapestry of relationships. As we explore the intricacies of emotional connection, let's turn our attention to a thought-provoking question. Can unconventional conversations ignite deeper bonds? Think for a moment about the ordinary exchanges we often find ourselves engaged in. Small talk about the weather or the latest trends can feel like a surface-level routine, a mere ripple across the water surface rather than a plunge into its depths. But what if we dared to dive deeper and explore the unusual realms of dreams, aspirations, and unconventional thoughts? Engaging in unexpected conversations can be like discovering hidden treasure on a familiar shoreline. What dreams have danced through your mind lately? What philosophies shape your view of the world? These discussions can peel away layers of monotony, ushering in a refreshing depth that drives a sense of connection. Have you ever pondered how sharing your quirkiest thoughts can expose a side of you that makes him curious? Alan Watts reminds us that conversation, much like the flow of water, can take many shapes as it moves through our lives. When we steer our discussions away from the mundane, we tap into an energetic current that can carry us both to uncharted territories of understanding. Isn't it exhilarating to think that our words can be the vessels that navigate the currents of connection? When you express thoughts that are not often shared, it creates an unusual space, a sanctuary where both of you can feel safe to explore, allowing hearts to speak their truth. So, how can you infuse your conversations with this unconventional spirit? One way is to introduce playful hypotheticals, scenarios where both of you can dream together. Ask him, if you could live in any fictional world, where would it be? Or, what would you do if you had a week to live without any responsibilities? These questions, while whimsical, often lead to revealing insights about each other's passions and ideologies, sparking joyous debate and laughter. Isn't it delightful to explore imaginative corners of the mind that reveal unfiltered dreams and desires? Moreover, diving into unconventional topics can serve as a mirror that reflects shared values and unspoken yearnings. Perhaps discussing a movie with a thought-provoking concept or pondering philosophical questions like, what is the meaning of happiness, can peel back layers of pretense and invite authenticity into the conversation. These types of discussions open doors to epiphanies about your personalities and ignite a desire to learn more about each other. How could this exploration transform ordinary encounters into extraordinary experiences? Consider the unquantifiable magic that occurs when you both resonate with an unconventional idea or dream. These moments often solidify connections in a way that normal conversations cannot. In doing so, you craft an emotional tapestry, a blend of thoughts, stories, and shared laughter, where each thread interweaves to form a beautiful, rich experience. Isn't it fascinating how a simple conversation can transform into a fertile ground for deep understanding, fertilized by the seeds of creativity and wonder? As you journey through these unconventional exchanges, remember that vulnerability plays a vital role. True connection blooms when you allow yourself to express your beliefs and passions fearlessly. By being open to discussing the unconventional, you cultivate an environment that encourages him to do the same. Over time, these excursions into the realm of deep conversation serve to enrich your emotional landscape and weave an unbreakable bond. Let's shift our focus back to the relationship dynamic. If both of you are willing to explore unconventional conversations, consider how your connection transforms, how layers of attraction deepen into something profound and enduring. The beauty lies in recognizing that the ordinary can become extraordinary when approached with curiosity and zest. So as you engage him in conversations that stray from the norm, reflect on the joy that comes from venturing into the unfamiliar. Together, you can explore worlds of imagination, philosophy, and creativity that breathe new life into your connection. Remember, every question asked with sincerity is a step deeper into the heart. And as we continue our exploration of emotional connection, don't forget to subscribe for more insights and reflections on sparking relationships that matter. The journey ahead is rich with possibilities. As we continue to unravel the intricate threads of emotional connection, let's pose another compelling question. How does intentional listening cultivate deeper intimacy? In a world overflowing with distractions, the act of truly hearing someone can become a rare gem. What does it mean to listen, not just to respond, but to deeply absorb the thoughts and feelings being shared? This practice transcends mere communication. It nourishes the blossoming garden of your relationship. Consider a moment when you felt utterly heard, perhaps during a conversation with a friend who simply allowed you to express yourself. It's as if time stood still and the world around you faded into a distant murmur. That vivid, immersed feeling can create a bond that feels almost magical. In those moments, you became one with the shared experience, listening, reflecting, and understanding without interruption. Isn't it astounding how intentional listening invites connection in ways that superficial exchanges cannot replicate? Alan Watts often articulated the idea that communication is not just about exchanging words, it is about the spaces between them. When you listen thoughtfully, you resonate with those spaces, forming an emotional bridge that draws you closer together. This bridge fosters an intimate atmosphere where he can freely express himself, knowing that you're genuinely interested in delving into his world. What if you viewed listening as a form of love, a silent gift bestowed upon the other person? So how can you practice this intentional listening in your interactions? Begin by being fully present. This means placing your phone aside and minimizing distractions. Encourage him to share by asking open-ended questions that give ample room for exploration. Instead of simply responding with your thoughts, maintain eye contact and offer gentle nods, signaling that you are attuned to his words. Doesn't it feel wonderful to create a sacred space where thoughts flow freely, unhindered by the noise of the outside world? Moreover, practice reflective listening by paraphrasing what he shares. When you say, "So, what I hear you saying is," and then echo back the essence of his thoughts, it shows that you value his input and understand his emotions. This reciprocal feedback loop can create a rhythmic dance of trust, multiplying the emotional connection. Such validation not only nourishes the conversation, but builds a solid foundation of respect and care in your relationship. As you engage in this enriching practice, it's crucial to embrace silence. Yes, silence can be uncomfortable, but it can also be a precious ally. In those moments of quiet reflection, both of you can contemplate what has been shared, allowing the words to settle in before speaking again. This pause can deepen the emotional resonance of your conversations, like the gentle ebb and flow of ocean waves that lap against the shore, filling the air with a rhythm of understanding. Could these pauses be the secret seasoning that enriches the bond between you? Let's reflect on the powerful question: how does this intentional listening translate into intimacy? As you gently mold the art of truly hearing each other, you may uncover layers of vulnerability that draw you closer. The act of listening with genuine care opens doors to a deeper emotional reservoir, where both laughter and tears find space. Isn't it remarkable how understanding, rooted in listening, can fortify relationships, transforming them into something beautiful and enduring? And remember, it's often in these seemingly mundane moments that profound connections are literally forged. Consider this. By absorbing his stories, hopes, and fears through intentional listening, you allow your bond to flourish. Such conversations become the roots of intimacy, growing in depth and richness. As we navigate the journey of emotional connection, nurturing the art of intentional listening is an ever important step. Watching how it leads you both to newfound intimacy is like witnessing a flower bloom, unfolding petal by petal in its own time. So, as we continue this exploration, pause to reflect on the power of listening. Your attentive heart can unlock layers of connection you never thought possible. And as always, stay with us on this journey of discovery. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights on weaving profound intimacy into your relationships. Together, let's unveil the beauty hidden in the art of connection. As we delve further into the beautiful tapestry of emotional connection, let's ponder a pivotal question. How does shared playfulness spark intimacy in a relationship? Life can often feel routine and serious, but interlacing moments of laughter and joy can breathe vibrant energy into your interactions. Think of playfulness as the light fluttering through the leaves of a tree, casting delightful shadows and inviting warmth wherever it goes. So how can this whimsical spirit infuse your relationship with a sense of joy and intimacy? Consider the simple act of sharing playful moments, a spontaneous dance in the living room, a silly game of charades, or exploring a new outdoor activity together. Each of these interactions creates sparks, tiny radiant moments that deepen your connection. When you engage in play, both of you allow your personalities to shine without the weight of expectations. Alan Watts frequently emphasized the transformative power of play, urging us to indulge in the inherent joy it brings. Isn't it refreshing to think that embracing your playful side is not only liberating, but also vital for nurturing intimacy? So how do you invite playfulness into your interactions? Start by embracing spontaneity. Instead of adhering to structured dates, introduce surprises that evoke joy, the kind of delights that make your hearts race with excitement. Perhaps you can plan an impromptu picnic at the park, or choose a random spot in town you've never explored. How might this element of surprise lead to an unforgettable adventure that cements shared memories and deepens your bond? Moreover, playful banter can be a beautiful catalyst for intimacy. Lighthearted teasing or inside jokes can create a special language unique to just the two of you. This secret code becomes a way to share joy in your togetherness, much like two flowers leaning toward the sun, flourishing in a shared light. Have you noticed how laughter changes not just the atmosphere, but the very essence of your connection? When laughter accompanies your conversations, it lowers barriers, inviting mutual vulnerability and creating an environment rich with trust. As you indulge in playful exchanges, recognize that it's not about being perfect or impressing each other. It's about being authentic and embracing the mischief of your spirits. Picture yourself playfully challenging him to a dance-off or creating silly names for your favorite snacks. How does this lightheartedness shift the dynamic of your connection? By letting your guard down, you foster an atmosphere where both of you can revel in the joy of being simply who you are, unfiltered and free. Another significant aspect of playfulness is its ability to relieve stress and tension. In life's inevitable challenges, the weight of the world can sometimes rest heavily on our shoulders. Finding moments of play offers a refreshing reprieve, like a driftwood floating down a river, effortlessly navigating the currents of life. Consider making it a habit to engage in something fun together when dealing with stressful situations. This could be as simple as sharing a funny movie night or teaming up for a board game. Isn't it fascinating how laughter can serve as a balm, soothing the heart and reconnecting you to one another? As we reflect on the beauty of shared playfulness, think of it as weaving colored threads into the fabric of your emotional connection. Each shared joke, every spontaneous adventure becomes part of the masterpiece that defines your relationship. The emotional depth you cultivate doesn't just burgeon from serious conversations, it thrives in the joyous interactions that are often underrated. By embedding playfulness into your relationship, you invite spontaneity, joy, and lightness, elements that create an atmosphere ripe for intimacy to flourish. How can you integrate these moments of fun into your daily lives, creating a habit of joy that only strengthens your bond over time? As we journey forward, allow yourself to embrace this playful spirit. Reflect on how laughter, joy, and a touch of silliness can illuminate your relationship. Don't forget to subscribe as we continue to explore the enchanting facets of intimacy and connection. Together, let's uncover the secrets behind meaningful relationships, one joyful moment at a time. As we venture deeper into the realms of emotional connection, let's explore a vital yet often overlooked aspect. How does vulnerability in sharing dreams and fears deepen intimacy in a relationship? Picture your emotional landscape as a vast ocean. On its surface, you might see gentle waves lapping against the shore, but beneath lies a rich treasure trove of hopes, fears, and aspirations. When you dive beneath the surface and share your truest selves, you invite your partner to do the same, creating a bond that is both profound and captivating. Isn't it beautiful to consider that our vulnerabilities are, in fact, the blueprints for intimacy? When you choose to share your dreams, you reveal the aspirations that drive your spirit, visions that illuminate your path, marking the journey those hopes take within you. Similarly, sharing your fears opens doors to understanding, illuminating shadows that often cloud your heart. Alan Watts eloquently spoke of embracing life in all its dimensions, emphasizing the importance of facing fear as part of the human experience. Could recognizing our fears be the very key to unlocking deeper intimacy with those we care about? So how do you create a safe harbor for sharing these intimate elements of your soul? One effective approach is to initiate conversations in a serene and non-judgmental space. Consider a cozy setting, perhaps while sipping a comforting cup of tea or nestled under warm blankets on a quiet evening. By cultivating an inviting environment, you signal to him that this is a space for sharing without boundaries, a refuge where both of you can explore your inner thoughts. It's within this context that brave revelations can flourish. How might such sacred conversations transform the very nature of your connection? Delve into your inner landscape by beginning with your own dreams and fears. Share what inspires you. What vision fuels your daily existence? Are there dreams that you've hesitated to voice, perhaps fearing they might sound too grand or unattainable? When you verbalize those aspirations, you paint a picture of your inner desires, warmly inviting him to contribute his own. Consider this. When you ask him about his aspirations, you're not merely gathering information, you're creating an opportunity for genuine connection. This kind of engagement fosters a sense of intimacy because it shows that you value his input and interest in where he envisions his life journey. His dreams, like precious petals in a flower garden, deserve the light of day. Isn't it inspiring to think that allowing your partner to share these intimate aspects of himself can cultivate trust and emotional safety? The magic occurs when you both participate in the exchange of fears as well. Sometimes opening up about fears requires courage, like standing on the edge of a diving board. But once you take the leap, you may find that vulnerability invites your partner to step closer, elevating your emotional connection. In those moments when you bravely reveal your shadows, you illuminate the path for him to share his. What fears linger in his heart? How might understanding each other's vulnerabilities facilitate a sense of solidarity in facing life's uncertainties? When you engage in thoughtful, open discussions about dreams and fears, look for the threads that weave your hearts together. What commonalities exist? What moments resonate? Finding these connections can be like threading the same needle through two pieces of fabric, creating a unified garment of trust and support, a shared understanding. The essence of this exchange lies in the recognition that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a powerful invitation to connection. Think about how each time you dare to be vulnerable, you carve out a space in your relationship where authenticity can thrive. Isn't it remarkable to realize that as you embrace each other's truths, your love evolves into a garden where trust and vulnerability grow robustly together? As we contemplate the impact of sharing dreams and fears, remind yourself that this process is ongoing. Each conversation adds layers to your relationship. Consider it a gentle sculpting of your emotional bond, where each interaction shapes and refines the connection you share. In closing, let's reaffirm the power of vulnerability as a vital key to deepening intimacy. Reflect on how sharing your dreams and fears creates a symbiotic relationship where both of you feel seen and validated. And as we continue on this journey of discovery, remember to subscribe for more insights into the exhilarating nuances of love and connection. Together, we'll uncover the treasures that lie beneath the surface of our emotional landscapes. As we come to the conclusion of our exploration into the rich tapestry of emotional connection, let's reflect on a crucial question. How does practicing gratitude deepen intimacy in relationships? Gratitude is a gentle force that often gets overshadowed by the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Yet, when we consciously acknowledge the things we appreciate, especially about our partners, we invite a powerful surge of warmth and connection into our relationships. Like sunlight filtering through the trees, gratitude ignites the spark of love and brings warmth to the moments we share. Imagine starting or ending your day by acknowledging the little things you appreciate about him. Perhaps it's the way he laughs, the comfort he brings, or the way he listens when you share your day. When you express gratitude, you create an atmosphere filled with positivity and joy. Alan Watts spoke of existence as a delightful dance. What if gratitude was the rhythm that guides each graceful step you take together? How often do we take a moment to simply express our thanks for the simple gifts our partners bring into our lives? To weave gratitude into your daily interactions, consider incorporating simple practices that invite reflection and recognition. For instance, at dinner or during a quiet moment, take turns sharing something you appreciated from the day. This could be as simple as saying, "I loved how you supported me during that stressful moment today," or "I'm grateful for the laughter we shared during our game night last week." These acknowledgments are like little sunbeams shining into your relationship, illuminating the path to deeper intimacy. Have you noticed how expressing appreciation encourages reciprocity? When you share your gratitude, you invite him to reflect on his feelings and express his own. This mutual acknowledgement can create a beautiful loop of positivity, a feedback cycle that strengthens both hearts. Think of it as two trees standing side by side, their roots entwined and nourished by the shared energy of gratitude. How can this simple expression cultivate a forest of trust between you? Furthermore, gratitude has the power to shift perspectives and help both of you navigate the inevitable challenges that relationships present. When you focus on what makes you grateful, emotional stress can lessen. Rather than fixating on disagreements or disappointments, gratitude shifts your gaze toward appreciation and love. Imagine this. After a challenging day or a disagreement, if you both take a moment to recount what you appreciate about one another, could that serve to bridge feelings of disconnect? Consider also maintaining a gratitude journal together. Each week, you might jot down things you're thankful for concerning each other and share those findings during a special dinner or cozy evening together. This practice opens discussions that deepen your understanding and connection, much like the intertwining roots of a tree, each story and acknowledgement nourishing the growth of your love. How does this shared practice rekindle the flame of affection in your relationship? As we explore gratitude's role in forging emotional connections, remember the tiny yet impactful gestures that can carry immense weight. A simple note left in unexpected places, like a lunch bag or on the bathroom mirror, can speak volumes about your appreciation. These acts of love convey the message that you value your partner deeply. It's also important to reflect on the gratitude you show towards each other outside of verbal expressions. Acts of service, small surprises, or just taking the time to be present can all demonstrate your heartfelt appreciation. Isn't it beautiful to consider that these seemingly small acts can resonate like ripples across a pond, enhancing the emotional landscape of your relationship over time? As we finish this journey, encapsulate the sentiments of gratitude in your relationship and assess how it can act as a sustaining force that nurtures intimacy and love. Reflect on how intentional appreciation invites a rich tapestry of connectivity, fostering a closeness that withstands the storms of life. So, let's carry this understanding of gratitude with us as we continue to deepen our emotional connections. Remember to subscribe for more insights into how to cultivate loving, profound relationships. Together, let's continue to explore the bonds that knit us together, where every expression of love and gratitude serves as a thread, enhancing the fabric of a beautiful partnership.